Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's yoga practice is a quick and energizing one, a nice little energy boost, for example, in the middle of the day or in the morning if you just want to get up and moving. We'll start standing in a forward fold at the top of the mat. So you can bring your feet around hip width distance apart and then start to fold over the legs. You can start by bringing your fingertips onto the mat if that feels good. And then start to really ground into the feet. And just for the next few breaths, make sure you come into contact with every corner of the feet, bringing your weight back a little bit through the side, feeling the weight on the toes and the ball of the foot. And then other side. And you might notice as you kind of shift your weight around that creates a sensation also, perhaps in the back of the legs, the hips, the lower back, depending on where there's tightness. You can also grab opposite elbows if you like, allowing the upper body to hang over the thighs, and you can always soften the knees. We start to connect with the breath here. Deep inhales and big exhale. We'll do that again. Inhale and exhale. And now as we inhale, we're going to roll the spine all the way up to standing, reaching the arms overhead. And then as you exhale, bring your hands through heart center and ripple all the way down into a forward fold. Good. We lengthen the spine, inhale, and exhale, fold over the legs fully. Good. Then we come all the way back up to standing, roll the spine up, arms reach up. And then hands come through heart center. You can bend through the knees and fold over the legs. Lengthen, inhale, and exhale, fold over. Good. We'll do that once more. So rolling the spine up, reach the arms up, reach up, and then release down over the legs. Good. We lengthen through the spine and fold over. One final time, we're going to find our way up to standing, all the way up. And then from here, we grab our right wrist with the left hand and step our right foot behind the left. And then bending towards the left, we bring space, length into the right side of the body. Good. Take an inhale. And then through the upper body, coming back to center, you can now release your arms down through the sides and come into a forward fold, still keeping your legs crossed. Good. Inhale, lengthen here. And then as you exhale, we're going to step the back leg, so the right leg back into a lunge position. Good. You can keep your fingertips on the mat as we gently sway back and forth, creating a bit of space in the right hip flexor, in the hips. Good. Then grounding down through the right hand, we reach the left arm up. Beautiful. Breathing. Long line from the right wrist to the left fingertips. Opening through the chest. We inhale here. And then exhale, you can bring your left hand down and we're going to simply step the right foot forward into that forward fold. Good. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold over. Good. Then find your way back up to standing, arms reach overhead. Now grab the left wrist with the right hand and step the left foot behind the right. And hand, we start to bend towards the right, so creating space in the left side of the body. Create length there. Good. We find our way back up to center with our inhale, and then release back down over crossed legs with the exhale. Good. Inhale, lengthen here. And then as we exhale, the left foot steps back into that lunge position. So keeping your fingertips on the mat, keep the spine really long, chest opening forward. Good, and then you can sway back and forth. See which spot feels really, really good for the hips, for the left hip flexor. Good. Then grounding the left hand down, we reach the right arm up. Beautiful. Gaze up for one more inhale. And then exhale. Bring your hand down. This time we're going to step into a downward facing dog. So you can take your time to find this shape. Maybe find some movement in the legs. Maybe swaying the hips from side to side. See what feels good as you enter this shape for the first time in today's practice. Keep pressing the hands firmly onto the mat, guiding your sitting bones towards the sky. And breathe. With our next inhale, we're going to ripple forward into a plank pose. Good. You can release your knees onto the mat and then lower the whole body onto the mat. Finding a cobra as you inhale. And then exhale back onto the mat. Tuck the toes under, push onto hands and knees, and find a child's pose. From here, as we inhale, we ripple forward again, then lower down onto the belly. Inhale, cobra, and exhale back down. Tuck the toes under and find that active child's pose. We'll go through that flow once more. So just a gentle vinyasa. Inhale, move forward. Lower down onto the belly. Inhale, open up through the chest, focusing on pulling the shoulders back. Exhale, back onto the mat. Tuck the toes under. Push back, hips towards heels. Good. From here, we're going to firmly press our hands against the mat so much that you can lift the knees off the mat and come into a crouching position. Hips guiding towards the back of the mat, towards the heels. Good. Activating through the shoulders, through the core. Well done. And then find a downward facing dog. Good job. We're going to turn our heels towards the left, toes pointing towards the right, and we crouch again. So now knees pointing towards the right, hips come close to the heels. Keep pressing the mat away from you for an inhale. And then as we exhale, we move forward, bringing our weight onto the left hand, sweep the right arm up, coming into a side plank. Good. Find that long line between the arms, between the hands, and breathe. Good. Inhale. And then we sweep the right hand down, coming into a regular plank here, and then a downward facing dog. Good. We'll do the other side. Turning our heels towards the right, toes towards the left, bend through the knees. Crouching, pushing the mat away from you through the hands. Good. Deep inhale. And then as we exhale in one swift movement, moving forward and then bringing your weight onto the right hand, find your side plank. Good. Press down through the right hand, strong right shoulder, and then sweep the left hand down. Good. Finding your plank pose. We go through a vinyasa here. You can decide whether you want to have your knees grounded on the mat or lifting up. We lower down, upward facing dog or cobra, and downward facing dog. Good job. From here, now with your toes pointing towards the hands, we're going to crouch down again, bringing our hips towards the heels. And then we start to walk our hands towards the back of the mat so that we come into a toe stand. Can you bring your hands to heart center and find a moment of balance here? Dropping the shoulders down. Beautiful. Deep inhale in. And then we gently move our weight forward so that we tap the knees onto the mat and then unravel the toes, tops of the feet onto the mat. Good. We find a child's pose where we have our hands on the heels, head resting on the mat. We're going to come into half camels on both sides. You can either have, we're starting on the left side, you can either have your left hand on the left heel or directly bring the left hand onto the left hip if you feel like this is a big movement for you. I'm going to demonstrate the version where you have your left hand on your left hip. So we're going to start to sweep the right arm all the way up, coming into a half camel here. Good. Open up through the chest. Engage through the glutes and push the hips forward. And then find your way back through center into that child's pose. Good. We'll do the other side. Right hand either on the hip or the heel. We sweep the left arm up. Reach up through the chest. Push forward through the hips. And then exhale. Find your way back to child's pose. We'll do both sides again. I'll now keep my hands on the heels so you can see that version if you want to try it out. So inhale, the right arm reaches up. Hips move forward. Guide the chest up. And then exhale. Come back to your child's pose. Good. And then right hand can ground onto the heel. We sweep the left arm up. Push the hips forward. Good. And then gently find your way back into that child's pose. Good. You can now widen your knees slightly in your child's pose. Reach your arms forward so that you can rest your head on the mat and release the tummy and the upper body between the legs. Taking a few deep breaths here. As we arrive at the end of our practice, even if you've got a busy day, see if you can stop for just a few breaths, grounding back into your body, creating the energy, the intention that you want to enter your day with. And then when you're ready, you can roll the spine all the way up into a seat. You can bring your hands to heart center, expressing gratitude for this movement, for this practice. And when you're ready, bowing your head towards the hands. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me for today's energy boosting practice. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy practicing with me, please subscribe to my channel. I'm here every Thursday, so every week there's a new flow. I hope I see you next week as well. Thank you.